Hello everyone, welcome to the channel Profile Plus. This is Padma. I've been uploading a lot of English learning videos since last year and I'm really thankful to all my viewers for your continuous support. In this lesson today, I'm going to teach 8 grammatical errors where we frequently make while writing as well as when you speak. So this is really important that we are not supposed to make a blunder when you look forward to develop your English fluency in day-to-day conversations. So in this lesson, I'm going to teach what all the mistakes we generally make and how to correct it, and what is the exact way of changing your sentences. If you have not subscribed my channel, please do subscribe to know more videos and to learn English from all our videos. Let's begin. Yes friends, my very first sentence today is, every one of them are honest. So do you see any error in this sentence? See, generally we call it everyone as a grouping word, isn't it? When you mention a group of people, everyone, everything, each one of them, so it's all meant to be a grouping word. So we normally think there are more than one people here, so we are supposed to use the plural verb are. As we see, when you talk about your right hand or your left hand, we use the right hand as very dirty. So we are mentioning one, but when you generally take it hands, the word hands, your hands are very dirty. So this is how we learn English grammar from childhood. When there is more than one, when there is more than one person you mention, you normally say are. But here there is a mistake when you use generally a words like everyone, everybody, or each one of them, everything. All these places you are supposed to use only is here. Okay, so please change this mistake, please correct this mistake from today. Whenever you're using any grouping word starts with everything, everyone, each one of them and all that, you should always remember you are mentioning each one of them in the group. Everyone means each one of them in the group. So don't use the term are here, instead of that use is. So this is my very first sentence for all of you today. Correct this error from your writing as well as when you speak to others. The next sentence here is, she has come back from Chennai last night. She has come back from Chennai last night. Seems to be pretty okay, correct? But the sentence has got a tense error. She has come back means normally we use this as present perfect. So she has come means a present perfect sentences. In a present perfect sentences, we normally don't use any time expressions. We normally don't use any time expression. Means last night, last week. Any time clause would never come in a present perfect sentence. So to alter this sentence, you have to either take out this last night. She has come back from Chennai. She has come back from Chennai. So either you can alter the sentence by taking out this word last night, or you can in fact alter it in another way. You can change the whole sentence as past simple. She came back from Chennai last night. She came back from Chennai last week. Okay. So this is purely a past simple sentence. So please remember friends, while you're talking about any past simple sentences, you should definitely use your time expressions. But when you talk about present perfect, when you just generally talk about something which has happened but you don't remember the time, or you don't literally discuss about the time expression there, in that case it is present perfect. So she has come as perfect. So here there are two alterations you can make. One, either you remove this last night and just keep the sentence as it is, or you change this has come to came. Okay, she came back from Chennai last night, or she has come back from Chennai. Simple. Last night should be removed from there. This is another error we normally make in our day-to-day English conversation, either writing or speaking. So please correct this. The next sentence here is, he is sick for 3 days. He is sick for 3 days. What is the problem here? See, you are talking about a time period. How long this person is sick, isn't it? So whenever you are talking about a time period, some action which has happened in the past, but still it is continuing, we normally call that as present perfect. Those who haven't watched my videos on past simple or present perfect, there are a lot of videos where I have uploaded for each and every sentence tenses separately. Okay, so please do go watch all those videos to learn it in a very simple way possible. Okay, so here the biggest error is, whenever you're talking about a time period, he is sick for 3 days. So you're mentioning for 3 days he is sick, correct? But here the sentence should be altered as, he has been sick for 3 days. So take out this is from here and change that s is into has been. So the whole sentence become present perfect sentence because you're talking about a time period. Okay, so he has been sick for 3 days is the exact sentence here. The fourth sentence is, see, this is really important, friends. Many people, they have a confusion always to just differentiate this vowel sound with the exact letters, consonants, or the exact letters. See, normally when I ask you what are vowels, you immediately say A, E, I, O, U. So it's not the alphabet. A, E, I, O, U is meant to be a vowel sounds. Okay, there are a lot of words which starts with the alphabet A, but it doesn't sound with the vowel sound A. Okay, so this is very important for you to remember what are the vowel sounds and what are the other consonants, and what are the other vowel words. Maybe the word starts with A or E. It doesn't mean that for all those words you should just use and before that. Got it? So now I'll tell you an example. See, I am a MBA student. I am a MBA student. Here the consonant here is M, isn't it? But actually the sentence is a wrong one. It is actually wrong. We are supposed to say I am an MBA student. So people might ask, there is no vowel here. There is no word which starts with a vowel. Then why should I even use an before this? But remember, friends, this letter M starts with the vowel sound A. Starts with the vowel sound A. So M is always mentioned with EN. So MBA. So just remember, just take it very simple. I don't want to literally take you to phonetics, but I'm trying to simplify it and tell you M. So we just say A. So A is a vowel sound. A is a vowel sound. So that's why we write an MBA student. Okay. So another sentence, if I have to say, he has got a new HMT watch. Okay. Or my father presented me an HMT watch. So I'm using an HMT watch. So why do I use an here? The next word is HMT. So we just normally here in India, we pronounce the letter H as H. It's actually H. It's actually H. We use an. This is why we use an. So my father presented me an HMT watch is the exact alteration here. So remember, vowel sounds are different from the alphabets. A, E, I, O, U. So don't have this always you misunderstand this particular rule. Okay, any word which starts with A, E, I, O, U, I should put an before that, because many people make this error. So please correct this. Know what are vowel sounds and know what are consonants, and please know what are the alphabets. We use it with A and an. The next word here, more similar to the previous one. See here, he gave me an 1 rupee coin. So now, as per the grammar, what we all know, right? It seems to be the perfect sentence because one, there is a word called one, and you have written and here. Correct? So now tell me, this sentence is supposed to be a wrong, grammatically a wrong sentence, because we should use only a here, not an. Should use only a. He gave me a 1 rupee coin. He gave me a 1 rupee coin. But after the article a, we have the word one. Means a word which starts with a vowel. But remember, this one here doesn't have a vowel sound of O. Okay? Because it is supposed to be pronouncing as one. The exact pronunciation of one is not O. The exact pronunciation of one is wa. Wa. Means the W words. Wa. One. So that's why we use a, not an. So there is no vowel sound of O here. There is a vowel sound of wa here. So this is the major difference, friends. As we all know, English is a quite complicated language. Okay, until or unless you put a very sincere effort to correct your errors in your day-to-day conversation, it is quite a tough process. Okay, so please put the continuous sincere efforts in order to correct your English grammatical errors. It is really important. Maybe the people might sound very fluent, but when they make a very silly blunder, the opposite person, when they are really good, very good expert in the language, they might just underestimate you for such a silly error. For a small blunder, we are not, we may lose a very big opinion on us. Okay, this is really hurtful when somebody misjudges you with your language. It is always important that you look very professional when you speak to others, grammatically as well as on the fluency part. So that's why I just picked this topic to correct all your day-to-day errors. So make use of this video and try to do a lot of research on it and try to find n number of words which starts with the vowel sounds and which starts with the vowels. There is two difference here, friends. My next sentence. So as I picked, both the category are the same. Okay. Now the next sentence, she told to him about her plan. She told to him. See, for example, whenever the word told comes in a sentence, you should not use to next to it. Okay, because as you all know, the word him is a pronoun. It's an indirect, it's a pronoun. You're mentioning someone else, him or her. So normally we don't put the word to before it. But example, if you use said here, then it's absolutely correct. She said to him. She said to him all the plans, all her plans and all that. When you use said, you can use to here. But when you use the terms like told or tell, don't use to after that. It is a blunder. So stop you making this error, because many people, in fact my participants, my students, many of them make this error. I told to him this. No, I told him this. I told him. But said, after said you can use to. I'll tell you why it is like that in a detailed video later. So don't go too much into grammar, because that complicates you. But when there is some rules like this, try to just follow it. Try to have it in your memory. That's why we normally say, no, the people who come from an Anglo-Indian school background, they naturally have this. Because they learn it very with ease. Because their teachers, they just teach them in the way with all these nuances in the English grammar. So those people who just have this convent education or coming from an Anglo-Indian school background, they normally don't make such error. Their writing skills used to be really, really good. They are very good experts in writing. Why are they good at writing? Is because of all these nuances in English grammar. Okay, so we cannot just directly catch up all these things as such now. You cannot just learn all these grammar in a short period of time. But it is important that you just know certain rules and correct it in your day-to-day conversation as much as possible. So don't use this to after told, friends. Okay. The next sentence here is, okay, the four men quarreled with each other. The four men quarreled with each other. There is nothing wrong in it. But grammatically there is a mistake here because we are not talking about two people to say each other. Okay, when you just make the same sentence, those two people are quarreling with each other. So when you're mentioning only two person there, each other seems to be the perfect word. As you see, made for each other. Where we use made for each other? While you're talking about two persons. But here the sentence has got the four men. The four men. So what you are supposed to use here? The four men quarreled with one another. Quarreled with one another is the exact sentence here. So before using the word each other, please always remember or recheck your sentence whether you're talking about two person or more than two. If it is more than two, don't use this term each other in a sentence. So it is always one another. So this also seems to be a very silly error what we make, but correct this from today. The last sentence here is, okay, she is senior than me. She is superior than me. What's wrong in it? Seems to be perfect, right? But it is actually wrong. Okay, when you use the terms like senior, superior and all that, you are not supposed to use the term than after that word. You should say she is senior to me. She is superior to me. Here, rather using than, I mean there is no choice for you, than is absolutely wrong grammatically. Okay, you should avoid this particular word, this than. Instead of that, use the term to way of saying these sentences. There is another example I'll tell you here, friends. See, normally there are people who loves to drink coffee than tea. Correct. But when you make a sentence, I prefer coffee to tea. So don't say I prefer coffee than tea. It's again grammatically wrong. So what you prefer, what you like comes first. I prefer tea to coffee. So what would you like to have? I prefer coffee to tea. Okay, means that you always love to have coffee than this other drink, tea. So don't use the term than, instead use to. This is also a frequently made error. So please correct all these errors. See that I have picked a very simple 8 sentences in this video. But like this, I would like to make a lot more videos because it is really important for you to correct your grammatical or more visible ones. That is very, very important because there are many participants who are seriously looking to develop their English fluency, but end of the day, just mess up things because they make a very big blunder on their mail drafting, or when they make some telephone conversation overseas, or with their superior or seniors or hierarchies in a meeting, in a group discussion. That spoils a great opinion on you. So please make sure that you take all these videos a little more serious and take a notes on it and correct it while writing as well as when you speak. If you like this video, do not make these mistakes from now. Then don't forget to press this like button. That motivates me to do a lot more videos like this for you in future. Enrich, empower and emerge with English. Thank you, friends.